Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Fall River Media News. I'm your host, Steve Mead. Fall River Media. As you all know, I had my show since 2015 at BCC, and I continue to have my show right now up until 2024. But that's not what I wanted to talk about tonight. But I also want to talk about what is going on in Lebanon this week. What is going on there? I, I think, my opinion. I think Israel should pull out of Lebanon because, it's and go and take care of their own country. So I mean, I don't know why, Israel's there in Lebanon, and I mean, there is controversy going on between Israel, Lebanon, uh, and all kinds of and the Iran they've been sending series of missiles over there, and bombing their countries and everything, and it's wow, it's total a mess. But I mean, if Russia's telling Israel to pull out, you know what I'm saying. I mean, I agree with with Russia. You know what I'm saying. I think they should pull out of Lebanon because Lebanon is a Christian. There's Christians over there. So is the Palestinians. Palestinian children and families over there. It's a total disaster over there. You know what I'm saying? In that country, and both countries, Israel, Lebanon. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's it's hard to say because now you got Israel over there, and now I think Israel should pull out. You know what I'm saying? Out of there and go and take care of their own people. You know what I'm saying? So never mind Lebanon. You know what I'm saying? Lebanon is they do okay over there. They have their problems over there, but I think for what I'm seeing, for what I see, I think I'm not an expert, but I think um, Israel should pull out of there. You know what I'm saying, and not be there no more because I mean by them being there. I mean it's making things worse over there. You know what I'm saying? So the Palestinians, a lot of Christian people over there, and a lot of Christian people too over there. So I mean, I'm sure that Lebanon could, I'm sure that Lebanon can take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because Lebanon's got their own army over there. So I think Israel should pull out. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think, well, Israel does not have any business being over at Lebanon, and over there. So, but because right now, because right now we have, um, see what we have. We have Iranians, Iranians over there bombing Israel. Israel, Israel, the people over there going into shelters and everything, and I mean, we got a ton of stuff going on here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say it's all because of the Biden administration and the the Biden and Harris administration. So it's all because of them that the stuff is going on. And I'm not gonna mix words because if Trump was in there, none of this stuff would be happening. You know what I'm saying? There wouldn't be no wars. There wouldn't be anything. You know what I'm saying? But and it's because I have to blame the Biden and Harris administration because that's they have they had that was they had a lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So They could have stopped it, but they didn't. So but I'm gonna tell you that Israel does not have Israel. I think Israel should just get out of Lebanon and go back to Israelis, and go take care of their own people, because their own people need them. They don't need to be over there. So I mean, Lebanon could take care of themselves. They got their own army. You know what I'm saying? So and I'm going to tell you this, that I hope that the United States don't get involved, because I mean, we don't want we don't want World War III. You know what I'm saying? So I hope the United States don't get involved. You know what I'm saying? So I hope the United States stay out of it, and pay attention to our people over here in America. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's a shame, for what's going on all around this whole country. You know what I'm saying? We got dock workers out there on strike. They're not picking up pallets, and it's a total disaster. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a total disaster, and we have the wars going on between Iran, and Israel, and then it's man, it's a total, what a mess, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I'm telling you. I mean, this stuff is all over TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everything, man. I'm telling you, and you can actually see, the missiles back and forth, and then you can see Israel with the defense. You know what I'm saying? Back this way. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's, I mean, it's all over land. I mean, come on, man. I mean, when this is all going to end? You know what I'm saying? It's nuts. You know, you know. So, I mean, again, I mean, all these wars would not happen under the Trump administration. You know what I'm saying? None of this stuff would ever happen. You know what I'm saying? Under Trump administration. You know what I'm saying? And Biden could have stopped this. Harris could have stopped this, but they didn't. They didn't. They didn't go down there and say, "Hey, look, we don't want no wars. We need to, come together and start signing peace treaties." But that, something, everybody says, "Oh, they're going to sign a peace treaty. They're going to, do this and do that." It's not going to happen. Not with Israel or Iran, or anybody, any one of them. I mean, even Gaza. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to. I mean, it's just gonna it's just gonna escalate a little bit more, that they are doing now. So wars, and shooting people, and sending rockets over there, and blowing up and blowing up things and stuff. I mean, come on, man. I mean, are you kidding me, man? Over land? I mean, why would they actually fight over land for? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, my land is your land. You ever hear that expression? My land is your land. You know what I'm saying? That's a big expression. So I mean, people should just start taking care of each other. You know what I'm saying? Then Israel should not interfere with Lebanon. You know what I'm saying? And because once you interfere with another country, Lebanon, then you're gonna escalate. You're gonna escalate problems, and that's what it is right now. Is I have a few friends over at Lebanon. You know what I'm saying? That are Lebanese, and they're over there, and their families are scared, man. Telling you, their families are scared. They don't want to, they don't want to die. You know what I'm saying? And so I think Israel should pull out. You know what I'm saying? Pull out of there. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Because I mean, we got to end these wars, okay? And the only person that could end these wars is Trump. You know what I'm saying? You know, so once Trump gets in there, that'll be the first thing that'll be the first thing he's going to do is end these wars because, I mean, we're spending billions of dollars on these wars. Okay, billions, man, billions of dollars, and this is under the Biden and Harris administration. Okay, we're spending billions of dollars, man. I'm telling you, and it's not worth it. Okay, it's not worth it at all because people at the end, people are going to get killed. I mean, people are going to die. Children are going to die. Children are going to die. Children are dying left and right. You know what I'm saying? Families. Uh, we got uh, we got Christians down there and God and Christian families and Palestine so we got so I mean we got all these things going on down there, you know what I'm saying? And we shouldn't even we just don't want we just don't want no more problems down there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's totally ridiculous. I mean, people need to stop, man. Israel should get out of Israel should get out of Lebanon, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the end of that. And stop. Stop fighting. You know what I'm saying? And they should be going to take care of their own people. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, wars. I mean, people do get hurt. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping that the United States don't stick their nose in it. You know what I'm saying? I hope not. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not our fight. Okay? Something. Hey, like I said, if other cities and other cities they wanna fight against each other, keep us out of it. The United States is not getting involved. You know what I'm saying? So and because we lost because we actually lost a lot. You know what I'm saying? You know, well, Russia, and then you got Ukraine, you got what else? You got all kinds, all kinds involved. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty sad. So you're gonna start a war, right? You're gonna start a war, and you're gonna die over land. You know what I'm saying? So why should you die over land? You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, it has to end. It has to stop. You know what I'm saying? It can't. I mean, the fighting has to stop. Israel's got to get out of Lebanon. Okay, Israel's got to get out of Lebanon and get back to what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Uh, you know, I mean, this is because of the Biden administration. And again, I'm going to say, we can't help Lebanon. We can't because Lebanon is not part of the United States, so we can't intervene. We can't, and we're not going to intervene. You know what I'm saying? Lebanon's got their own army over there. So Lebanon's got don't let Lebanon fool you, man. They got a strong army over there. I'll tell you, they do. They have a strong army over there, and every time somebody from the United States goes travel over there, then and if you're a Christian or you're a believer, believe me, they're going to protect you and they're going to bring you in. You know what I'm saying? So they will bring you in. So I mean, that's why we have to. That's why we have to uh, uh, get Israel out of there and have not Israel interfere. With Lebanon. You know what I'm saying? Because Lebanon, that's a separate thing. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, so we gotta pull Israel out of there, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want no more wars anymore, man, because people are just getting hurt, man. I'm telling you, getting hurt over land. You know what I'm saying? fighting over land, and I mean, is that the way? Is that the way you want to go? You know what I'm saying? Sending rockets over. I mean, this stuff is all over TikTok, man. All over TikTok, Instagram, and everything else and stuff. I mean, it's a mess. I mean, it's horrible, man. Wow. I never seen anything like that in my whole entire life, like I see it now. So I mean, I just wanted to come on and talk about this. You know what I'm saying, because I don't think, well, I mean, I think, Israel should just pull out of there. You know what I'm saying? And go back to their own country, go back to Israelis, and go and take care of their own people, because their own people need them over there. You know what I'm saying? Not over at Lebanon, because I mean, people are scared over there. You know what I'm saying? And they are. And I have a few friends over at Lebanon myself. You know what I'm saying? And they're scared. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're scared to die, and when they sleep at night, you know what I'm saying, they don't know what's going to happen. They don't know what's going to happen at night. You know what I'm saying, over there in Lebanon. I mean, but my opinion with Lebanon, okay, um, they have my opinion with Lebanon, but see, I can only say, okay, because Lebanon is Lebanon. If you go to Lebanon, and because over there, because automatically they would automatically in Lebanon they would actually give you custody of your daughter. You know what I'm saying, or your daughter or your son. Women don't have any rights over there. Okay, in Lebanon, they don't at all. Not one bit. They have no rights over there whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Men have all the rights over there, because I'm going to tell you, because I looked it up, and and they just don't have no rights at all, which is, I think, a woman should have rights. You know what I'm saying? Have equal custody over there in Lebanon. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I would have to, look up Lebanon. I would have to, go through it, and thoroughly, and see what their rights are over there, and what's not their rights over there. So, but I mean, Lebanon is, and their forces over there. They, they don't. I mean, I mean, over there in Lebanon, you cannot even protest over there. You cannot even stand outside of Lebanon, for what I understand. But I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have to fact check that. So, but with all that being said, but hey, I think a woman should have rights, if wherever you are. I'm saying in the United States, in the UK, or whatever, even Lebanon. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe they should have some rights. You know what I'm saying? And get uh, and gain custody of their kids. You know what I'm saying? If you're living over there in Lebanon, yeah, I think a woman should have specific rights. You know what I'm saying? Or joint custody, or whatever, because Lebanon is only one favor. You know, well, for one favor for one person over there, and it's a guy. You know what I'm saying? Not even the FBI could enter Lebanon. You know what I'm saying? So not even that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, everybody should be joint task force. You know what I'm saying? You know, wherever you are. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody gets kidnapped or abducted, and they end up going to a state where that the FBI cannot go. You know what I'm saying, then I think they should start joining task force. You know what I'm saying? So Lebanon should be we we everybody should be on board with that. You know what I'm saying? Wherever, if you're law enforcement, where if you're in Lebanon, where if you're in UK, or where if you're in France, or whatever. So I mean, I don't. I mean, I'm just coming up with some things, and to talk about. But I think they should Lebanon should straighten out their policies over there because it's that policies are a mess over there too in Lebanon. And because it's a mess over there. You know, I think the prime minister over there should, I think the prime minister, out of my opinion, should straighten out his policies over there. You know what I'm saying? And joint task force. You know what I'm saying? And say, hey, look, something. We know that men have more rights than women, but we want the women have their rights too. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's. Um, I can actually talk about it, but I mean, not to say that it's going to happen, but I mean, I think the prime minister over there should, take a good look at his policy over there in Lebanon and straighten out his policy over there and try to okay, well. Okay, so if a man has rights to have custody over there, I think the woman should have rights too. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? Over in Lebanon. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the policies over there in Lebanon is horrible. Okay, it is horrible, but again, but I think Israel should pull out of Lebanon, and go and take care of their own business, and their own people, and uh, and I'm just don't want to see, uh, you know, um, the United States stick their nose into this war because this is not our war. This has nothing to do with us at all. So I mean, but I'm going to say, I'm going to go out of the limb and say, well, this is a Harris and Joe Biden problem, okay? Because them are the ones that caused this wars, okay? This war would not ever happen under the Trump administration, okay? It would never ever happen, okay? Never happen, okay? And and they can't blame Trump for this one. They cannot blame Trump for this one. Oh, this is Trump's fault. This and this and this and that. So now look at Harris administration, Joe and the Harris administration. Now, imagine if Kamala Harris. Okay, imagine if she ever became our commander in chief, and something, we'd be in wars every day. Okay, and then I'm going to tell you that if she wins, we're gonna end up in World War III. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that at all. You know what I'm saying? And that's a scary thing to think about. You know what I'm saying? Is being in a war. You know what I'm saying? That is scary. Okay. Women and children every day are getting murdered and killed, okay, in wars, okay? Christian families and everything. This is horrible, man. I'm telling you, if you look on TikTok and you look on Instagram, damn, man. All you'll hear is sirens going off, and then missiles are going off. That's all you hear. That's it. That's all you hear. And before it hits the bottom, you know what I'm saying? That's all you hear. I mean, you know, they gotta come to some kind of agreement. You know what I'm saying? Because these wars been going on for a very long time. Ever since I was a little kid, my father used to tell me um, about all these wars that Israel and Iranians and all. That they used to always have. You know what I'm saying? And it's always about land. That's all it's about. It's about land. It's a shame. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's horrible. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want this stuff. We just don't want this stuff to happen. You know what I'm saying? We want every country to get along with everybody. Okay, whether you live in the United States or you live in the UK or you live in France or wherever you live. Okay, we all want to unite with each other. Okay, especially with Lebanon. Okay, especially with Lebanon because Lebanon is a Christian community over there, and they have their problems over there, but they got a pretty good army though over there. They do. I mean, they have a pretty good army over there, and don't let Lebanon fool you. You know what I'm saying? Because their armies, they have an army over there, and they got a strong one. And but their policies a little wonky. You know what I'm saying over there, you know, and we just don't, we just don't want, we just want Israel to get out of there and leave, and leave Lebanon alone. You know what I'm saying? And Lebanon will fight their own battles if they have to. You know what I'm saying? Leave Lebanon alone. Okay, and Israel should just move on and go back and take care of it and go police their own states. You know what I'm saying? Their own people. You know what I'm saying? You know, and we're gonna stay here and police our own. We're not getting involved, but we're gonna stay here. Okay, we're gonna stay here, and we're gonna police our own place. We're gonna take care of our own people here. Just so now Israel should do the same thing. Okay, and cut all ties. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. But I don't think it's gonna happen. But I hope, and I pray and that it does happen. You know what I'm saying? That they just stop all these wars. You know what I'm saying? Because people are getting killed, families and everything else is up. Little children, even the Palestinians, man. The babies, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, there's kids involved with this war and everything. There's a lot of kids, man, involved with this, and and we need to end this. I mean, because because all of this is going to turn out to be World War III without fighting over land, and it's not, and we don't want that to happen. We don't even want it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I hope one day that Israel and the Palestinians. I call them Palestinians. I mean, I think it's the same. And I hope we can just come to peace. You know what I'm saying? Have peace and get along with each other. Hey, look, all right. You know what? Hey, you know something? People are not worth dying over land. Okay, it's not worth it. Okay, it's not worth it. I'm saying, you want to share land, we share land. Okay, you want to buy the land off of me, fine, I'll sell it to you. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it should go that way. You know what I'm saying? So if I had 500, if I have 125 100 acres of land, right? If I have a lot of land, okay, well, you know something? Just to end all this wars and stuff, that's just to end all these wars that are going on over here. You know something? I would say, hey, okay, look, I'll tell you what I can do for you. Okay, look, you want to buy the land off me? I'll sell it to you. Okay, all right. You want to go halves with me? I'll be glad to give you half and I take half. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have to come to some kind of agreement, man. I'm telling you. Uh, and it's not right for people to die over this. Okay, especially children and families, man. I'm telling you, it's horrible. Okay, it is. It's pregnant women. They're holding people hostage. You know what I'm saying? And killing them. It's horrible. There's people down there. I mean, even in Lebanon, there's people down there. They're scared. They can't even sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? They're afraid to die. You know what I'm saying? They are. You know what I'm saying? And it kills, and it and my heart goes out to that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you have family that live down there. You know what I'm saying? And your family are texting you and saying, "Hey, look, I'm scared. I want to get out of here." You know what I'm saying? That sort of thing. But I mean, but let's hope. And I doubt it if there's going to be any domestic flights, any air going or going places. I doubt it. Not with all this stuff going on. Now with rockets flying around in the air like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think I think they canceled all the domestic flights in that area. So, or uh, maybe they'll just cancel all the domestic flights and stuff until this stuff calms down. So I suggest nobody to go into Lebanon. I suggest that no one go into Lebanon right now. Go to Lebanon right now because until everything calms down, because it's a mess over there. It's horrible. Okay, it is. It's because the cities are too close together. Okay, you got the Iranians, Lebanon, then you got Israel. Everything's too close together. Okay, everything. Okay, and I think it should be spread apart a little bit so that way there ain't no conflict. You have your land, I got my land. Okay, So in other words, what I'm trying to say is that I have you. You have your border, and I have my border. Okay, that's it. But again, if you want to buy land, I'll sell it to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I was the prime minister of Israel, okay, I would say, hey, look, you know what? Let's end all this. I'm going to sell you land, okay, and I'm going to give you a good price. I'm going to sell it to you, and it's going to be your land, okay. We're not going to take it back. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to go halves on the land, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You got to come to an agreement, okay, a final agreement, sign a peace treaty, and say, hey, look, okay, yeah, all right. So I agree to yada yada, boom, sell you that land, and you buy it off of me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but you can't keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? And you're hurting people. Okay, killing families. Okay, and it has to come to an end somewhere. I mean, if you look on TikTok, man, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, I'm going to tell you something. I mean, they are really going at it, and we don't want this to happen. We don't want this to escalate any more than it already did. You know what I'm saying? You know, um, but hey, you know what? I could talk about this all day, and I could talk about this. I can talk about this all day, but they got to make up their own mind what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So they got to make their mind up. But all I got to say is for Israel, pull out Lebanon, go back home and take care of your own people. Okay, don't try to police the Lebanon. Don't try to police over there. You know what I'm saying? Go home, take care of your own people. The United States are not getting involved with this conflict. So so I mean we're not going to get involved because it's way too much. I mean the Iranians and Israel, then it's Gaza, then it's there's a lot of people, and I'm surprised. Yeah, well, Russia's involved with this fight too. You know what I'm saying, I think even and something, and I'm surprised of Russia. Okay, I'm surprised of Russia told Israel to get out of Lebanon. I'm surprised of that. Okay, I mean I'm surprised. I'm even surprised that they said that. As much as I like Israel, but you know what? I think Israel should just get out of there and go home and police their own stuff because we're not going to we're not going to get involved. You know what I'm saying? So and I sure hope not. You know what I'm saying? Because if we ever did get involved, then it's going to be World War III. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not. And we got the best missiles, systems in the world. You know what I'm saying? We got the best in the world, and you know something, we can go in. We can go in there and clean Iran right out like no tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? If we wanted to, but you know something, but we're not. We're not gonna stick our nose in it. We're gonna keep out of it because it's not our fight. It's not our fight. You know what I'm saying? And so now if they attack us, then that's a whole different ball game. But they're not going to bother us. Okay, they're not going to bother us because the Iran knows better. Okay, to bother the United States. So it's not going to happen. So with that being said, but we'll see what happens up in the coming days. You know what I'm saying? Because these wars could last months. You know what I'm saying? It could last months, could last up until the election to see who's the next president of the United States. So I mean, it's sad. It is. It's totally sad that let me see what people have got to say. Is militaries and industrials complex will get involved, but they will profit off of these conflicts. But Israel is attacking uh, and in the Lebanon. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna mix words with anything with this because it's both sides. It's both sides. But I think Israel should get out of Lebanon and move over to and move and go and back and go back where they came from. You know what I'm saying? Because even the Palestinians, a lot, and the Palestinian kids, Palestinian families. There is a lot of there is a lot of Christians in that community. You know what I'm saying? You know, people should just act civilized and acting like act like a bunch of be civilized and act like a bunch of adults. You know what I'm saying? And instead of sending rockets back and forth at each other. You know what I'm saying? Then now you had Israel activate their defense system and blocking those things coming in. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, so, but but again, I mean, I'm just going to say this. And a lot of people get upset at me when I say this. Okay. Yes, I'm going to blame the Biden administration of all this and Harris administration. Okay. I'm going to because no way, because them are the ones that could have stopped this. Okay. They could have ended this. They could have went down there and said, hey, look, you know something? No more. This is it. We're going to end these wars right here. This is it. Okay. So, I mean, that's how it should have been. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't even happen. Okay. And kind of like really upset with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I got family. I have friends down there in Lebanon and close friends down there and it's and they blowing up things and sending rockets over and it's nuts. Okay, over a piece of land, just sell the bloody land, sell it, man. Hey, tell the Palestinians, say, hey, look, hey, you want to buy the land, I'll sell it to you, but before I sell it to you for a price, then before I sell it to you for a price, I want to sign a peace treaty first. You know what I'm saying, to say how much I'm selling you the land for. So if you want to go halves on the land, all right, I'll split with you because there's a lot of land here. You know what I'm saying? People shouldn't have to die over land. Okay. I mean, dying over land for what? I mean, if you kill everybody over land, nobody's gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? No, you know what? Nobody's gonna get it. If you're gonna keep arguing over land like this, I mean, even though that they've been arguing over land for thousands of years, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it has to end. Come up with something else. It has to end. That's what I say. Just come up with something else. You know what I'm saying? Fight about something else instead of land. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you something. The United States, we're not getting involved, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because we have we have a homeless problem. Okay, we have our own problems over here on this side of the world. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to go on that side of the world, okay, and say, well, I'm going to help. We're going to go over there. We're going to stick our nose in. We're going to help you. No, we have our own problems over here. We have to take care of our people over here, okay? We got a homeless problem. We got, we got our own problems over here. So I'm sending a message right now out there, you know what I'm saying, out there to the world that we have our own problems out here. Military over here is the military over here. We are not getting involved, okay, at all. Okay, we are not. I repeat that again. We are not getting involved with any of these wars. We're not. Okay, the wars that you guys created is your problem, not ours. Okay, because you know every time you get in a war, with the Iranians, the United States, boom, okay, calls up the Pentagon, says, "Hey, look, you know what? There's a big, huge mess down there. They can't control it. We need to go down there. We need to go down there, and we need to clean house." Okay, we're not going to be cleaning house no more. Okay, so you guys got to take care of your own problem down there because we're not gonna go down there and we're not gonna do this, okay, anymore. You know what I'm saying? So take care of your own house down there. We're gonna take care of our house right here, okay, the United States, and take care of the people over here because they need us over here, okay. But if you come and attack us, then you got a problem, okay. But other than that, we're not going to stick up. We're not going to stick our nose into it. So, and I just hope not. I just hope the Pentagon, don't say, "Hey, look, we have to, we got to go down there. We got to get this under control." No, we don't have to get this under control. We don't. Okay, that's not our problem. We didn't cause the war. Okay, so we're not going to go down there and take control of everybody else's wars down there. You know what I'm saying? You want to fight? Hey, you want to shoot each other? Have at it, but don't involve the United States because we're staying out of it. Okay, you know. So, but again, I just want to say thank you to the Harris and Biden administration because them are the ones that caused all this nonsense. They caused it. Okay, and they don't want to go down there. They don't want to go down. Biden and Harris don't want to go down there and deal with it. Okay, well, geez, we should just go down there and deal with this. No, they don't want. He's going to go down there and deal with it. You know who's going to go down there and deal with that? Trump's going to go down there and deal with it. Watch. You want to make a bet? He's going to sit down and he's going to talk to the prime minister, and he's going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And watch this, and watch. He'll clear that whole thing right up really quick, and you know something, and there won't be any wars no more. As much as people, think that Trump is an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he did this, he did that. You know something? He's gonna take care of this. Watch. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, it's it's like, oh gee, well Biden, Biden, why don't you go down there and take care of that? It's like he walks away. Harris too follows right behind him, walks away. Okay, yeah, now you know what? The heck with that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're the president of the United States, right? If you're the president of the United States, don't you think that you should be taking care of all these wars and ending them and say, hey, look, enough is enough. Okay, you know, well, we're not getting involved. There's no possible way that we are going to get involved with all this because this is way too much for the United States. We're taking care of our own house. You know what I'm saying? And let them let Israel, Palestine's let them take care of their own house. Okay, we're not Hamas. I mean, Hamas is another story. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I mean, they're crazy. You know what I'm saying? What happens is they attack each other. They attack each other all the time. You know what I'm saying? Attack each other. Okay. Hey, I'll throw a missile over here. They're gonna throw one back. I'm gonna throw one. They're gonna throw back. It's like a what do you call it? It's like being in a kindergarten class. You know what I'm saying? All right. It's like it's that's what it's like. Just about. Oh, okay. I'll throw a book at you, and I'm gonna throw one over there back at you again. Okay. And they keep on going. So, but it's different. This is what rockets. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So every time they throw a bunch of rockets over at Israel, they're going to throw, Israel's going to throw a bunch back. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they're like a bunch of little kids. You know what I'm saying? Fighting back and forth. But it's different between throwing books and throwing rockets back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You people, man, get over yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Stop being angry with each other. Israel is a godly country. Israel's a godly country, and who else? Lebanon, and the Palestinians, they have godly countries over there. You know what I'm saying? There's Christians around, man. Come on, man. Act like act like a Christian. You know what I'm saying? And stop fighting. You know what I'm saying? It's nuts. If you look all over Facebook, if you look on Facebook, TikTok, everywhere, man, Instagram. Whew, man, I opened up my phone. I was like, holy mackerel. I said, look at all these rockets going. Pew, 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 pew. I'm like, oh, shit. Man, good thing I got out of there, man. I actually, something? But I'm going to let people know, though, but don't go down to Lebanon. I think they canceled all the domestic flights everywhere. You know what I'm saying? All the planes and stuff. I think they're grounding the airlines for now until I think they are. I'm not sure, but I'm going to have to check because I think they are grounding the airlines because they're predicting that this is going to get worse. Okay, that's what they're predicting right now. It's going to get worse. It's not going to get any better. So we're going to run out of food supplies. Docks again. There's food down there. There's pallets down there. They're on strike over there. They want 77% for the next 10 years. They're not going to get that. They're not going to get that at all. And matter of fact, James, I think I sent that to you if you're still on. So, I think that, over 77% over 10 years. They're not going to get that. They're not going to get that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to guarantee that, that Trump's going to go down there and say, hey, look, something. But I'm not saying that they don't. I'm not saying that they shouldn't get anything. But what I'm saying is that they're not going to get the 77% over the next 10 years. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to get it. They won't even let the trucks go in there. They won't even let the trucks go in there. And then they won't even load the produce and the meats and stuff and put them and the food and put it on the truck. So but the example that I showed you when I was at Market Basket, okay. The big heavy cream. Now there's only small containers. We don't have the tall ones anymore. We don't. It's we have the small ones. Okay, so it's gonna get. And when I took a lift, my wife and I, we took a lift ride home. We talked to the driver about it, and he said, "You know what? He says I'm mixed words with you, but I'm gonna be honest with you. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. Okay, you're going to see empty shelves everywhere. Watch, you're going to see it, and it's sad. Okay, it is. It's horrible, and I don't. I mean, and yeah, and and I hope, I hope, and that there ain't no wars over here. You know what I'm saying? Because I get nervous myself. You know what I'm saying? You know, I hope there's no wars over here. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? That all these things are going on. You know what I'm saying? Palestinians, they Christians. They're also Christians too. You know what I'm saying? So them families too. Okay? They are. They're also Christian families too. You know? And but again, I'm sending the message out there right now, okay, that the United States, we are not sticking our nose into this conflict that's going on right now. We are not. And you know something? Again, I suggest that Israel pull out of there and go back to their own and protect their own people. You know what I'm saying? Pull their troops out. Israel should pull their troops out of there and go back and go and take care of their own, their own place. Go police your own place. Lebanon has their own troops, okay? And I'm going to tell you, their troops, don't underestimate their troops, because they're a bunch of badasses over there. So I'm just saying. So Lebanon's got some pretty badass troops over there, and I'm going to tell you, the prime minister over there, I mean, if he gives the order, it's all done. But I hope not. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that I think over at Lebanon, okay, and I hope James is listening to this one, and I think women should have more rights over there in Lebanon. You know what I'm saying? I think so. You know what I'm saying? Because that there, you go to Lebanon, only the man could get custody of their children over there. A woman tries to get custody of their children over there in Lebanon. Guess what? They will never get it. They'll always be denied. Okay, they will always be denied. And if a woman hits a man over there, the woman gets arrested, not the guy over there in Lebanon, for domestic. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. So I think my opinion on all that, okay, as a conservative, okay, a Republican conservative, that I think it should be equal over there in Lebanon. I think that I'm going to be talking about this constantly a little bit more now, in upcoming days, and I really like people to weigh on in all this, but I think that the prime minister over there in Lebanon should have like a policy. Okay, well, share joint custody. You know what I'm saying? Not just the guy, but have the girl share joint custody. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know why Lebanon does that. I have no clue. You know what I'm saying? But I know somebody that used to live in Lebanon, and I could ask that person. You know what I'm saying? And I could ask that person. You know, but I think Lebanon should, the prime minister over there, they should just change their policies around. You know what I'm saying? And and say, look, you know what I'm saying? Why don't we just put this in there? The woman can share custody the woman can share custody, okay, with the husband if the husband decides to get a divorce. You know what I'm saying? That sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? I think that should bring some change over there, Lebanon. You know, because the prime minister over there, I mean, I looked it up. The prime minister over there is not a dictator. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for that. You know what I'm saying? I looked that up. But I'm gonna research more of Lebanon and I'm going to check out some things. I'm going to check out their policies over there, and and give me some idea how things how some ideas and some opinions how things should be changed over there, because a policy over there is horrible. Okay, there's a lot of. I'll bet you any money. I'll bet you any money that if you get caught shoplifting over there or something, I'll bet you any money that you would actually go straight to jail. I can almost guarantee that. Okay. Matter of fact, you know what? Since I got my phone with me, I'm gonna look up the policies of Lebanon right now and see what the policies are over there. What is the policy of Lebanon? Let's see. Oof, a lot of things. All right, look at this. I got a bunch over here. Lebanon has a policy for frame workers and shop, and by its inquiring political system, complex religion and diversity, and regional dynamic. And here are the key aspects of Lebanon's policies. One, confessional political system. Lebanon is following confessional system where political power is divided among his various religions groups. The president is a Maronite Christian, the prime minister a Sunni Muslim, and the speaker of the parliament Haitian Muslim. This system aims to maintain balance and avoiding dominance by any one group, but and often leads to political pluralist and Syrian attentions. Two foreign policies. This is like two foreign policies. Regional allies. Lebanon foreign policies is heavily influenced by its proximately to Israel and Syria. It has a complicated relationship with Syria due to historical ties, and Syria former military presence has abolished a political and military group support by Iran. Iran plays a major role in Lebanon. Internal policies and foreign policies, especially concerning resistance against Israel. Neutrality versus elements. Lebanon officially follows a policy is dissension from regional conflict. The Syria civil war thought this is complicated by the involvement of groups like Hezbollah and external conflict. 3. Economic policy. Lebanon economy has historically been based upon banking services and tourism. However, it faces significant challenges, including financial crisis, high public debt, and inflation. Government policies in recent years have focused on seeking internal financial aid and reform, but widespread corruption and political settlement hidden progress. 4. Social policy. Lebanon social policies are shaped by in multiple ethics and multiple religions, society, civil rights, and access to civil often vary depending on religion's inflation. The country struggles with issues like poverty, unemployment, and the integrity and integration of a large refuge population, particularly from Syria. 5. Security policy. Lebanon security is closely tied in national security division and the presence of non-state actors like Hezbollah, the Lambist, the Lambist Army Force, LAF, worker to maintain security, but how he has its own Milton, which is a stronger than the state army in the same aspects. This ordeal power creates tension in how security is handled domestically. It's hard to read these words, and its relations to Israel. Lebanon policies reflects a balance between maintaining international certain train peace and navigating conflict original key policies. So wow, that's quite a wow, that's quite a that's a lot of policies, man. 5 policies, man. Security policy, yeah. Economic policy, yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot of policies right there. That's crazy, man. Wow. But my opinion, I think that all those I think they should change at least one of those, two of those policies. You know what I'm saying? Lead the economic. Well, I mean, they have poor economic over there. You know what I'm saying? In Lebanon, so they do. But I think they should, you know, put in and say, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? Because if somebody moves to Lebanon and the husband decides to get a divorce from you, he's got the right. Something. The judge over there in Lebanon, the courts over there, they're gonna give him the kid first before they give the woman. So I think they should come. They should include the woman, you know what I'm saying, too, as well. You know what I'm saying? Because she's the mother, he's the husband. So I mean it's and they should actually change some of those policies. You know what I'm saying? So my message to Lebanon, you know what I'm saying, and the foreign minister over there. I know it's a democratic. I know it's a democratic country, a democratic over there. But you guys need, my message to Lebanon. I think the prime minister over there. I think you guys should start changing your policies over there because, one versus none is not the answer. So change your policies, and because change the policies around and have say, look, you know what I'm saying? If the husband gets the if the husband gets divorced from the wife could say, hey, okay, you know what, I could go fight for custody, or visitations for my or visitations. You know what I'm saying? So that's my message to the prime minister. Please change your policy. Change your policy. uh, but you know because wow, I just took a look at that policy over there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but they do need to change that policy over there. So you know, because I mean Lebanon is a great place to go. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's a great place to go. But I mean their policies, they got a poor policy over there. You know what I'm saying? And they need to change it. You know what I'm saying? And let the if the husband gets divorced, the mother should have rights. You know what I'm saying? To fight for their daughter. You know what I'm saying? Or their son. You know what I'm saying? You know. So I mean, they should change their justice system policy over there because they need to. Don't get me wrong. I like Lebanon. I do. I like Lebanese people. I mean, I got a couple of lesbian. I got a Lebanese that owns a restaurant over here, Mario's over here. You know what I'm saying? Good meat pies and Manish over there. Same thing with Sam's Bakery over on Flint Street. You know what I'm saying? I have Lebanese that live around me. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I think the policies should be actually changed. You know what I'm saying? So in Lebanon, you know what I'm saying? So that way a woman and a man and a woman, they could have equal rights. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just having a man take custody of the kid and a woman don't have any rights over there. I think that is pretty wrong. But I'm gonna look up something else because what is the shoplifting laws over there in Lebanon? Mm. Ooh, here we go. Oh, I got something going on over here. In Lebanon, shoplifting is considered a form of theft and is covered under the Lebanese Penal Code. Shoplifting is a threat seriously and can result in a criminal charge. Here are some key points. One, classification theft. Shoplifting is classified as a theft under Article 636 of the Penal Code, and the penalty for theft is generally depending on the value of the stolen goods and a circumstance of the crime. Two, penalties. The penalty can range from a fine to imprisonment for minor theft. The punishment can be several months in prison, while more several cases of repeat offenders may face longer sentence. The law also considers factors such as whether violence or threats were used during the theft. Three, civil liberty is beside criminal penalties that the offenders may also be liable to compensate the store for the stolen goods, included any damages or loss and secure. For retailers, the policies of some stores in Lebanon may have their own policies for handling shoplifting, such as notifying the law enforcement or imposing ban of entry for the offender. Since the law and enforcement in practice can involve its good ideas and consult legal professional from more specific information. Well, that there, you know what I'm saying? It's, but I think yeah, you know something though. You might call me crazy, but I mean, I had an idea. Okay, and why don't they use this Article 636 here in Massachusetts for people that do shoplift? You know what I'm saying? So why don't they implement that article over here? You know what I'm saying? Because that's a strong article. I mean, especially coming from Lebanon. You know what I'm saying? Lebanon's got some strong articles, but I think over here they should use this article right here, 636, for the penal code for shoplifting. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean we got tons of that stuff going on over here. You know what I'm saying? So I mean we do. I mean we got tons of shoplifting going over here. So let me see here. Yeah, something, because I am very interested in Lebanon right now. You know what I'm saying? So um, what is the penalty for murder at Lebanon? Let me see this. Lebanon is a penalty for murder can range from a legal, uh, legally prison sentence to the death penalty, depending on the circumstances of this crime under the Lebanese law. Pre- Premeditated murder can result in life sentence, or in more serious cases, the death penalty. However, the death penalty has not been carried out in recent years due to an un, unofficial moratorium thought it remain in a legal punishment, but specific sentence can vary based on the factor like the intent behind the crime, whether it
Unknown caller.
uh, I'm trying to read something. Whoever's calling me, factors like intent behind the crime, whether it was uh, permanent, and any uh, mitigating aggravated circumstances. So it could range any ranging from that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'll give Lebanon that one. I will. I'll give them. They got some pretty laws over there. Pretty good laws over there. Their laws are like their laws are strict over there. Wow. I mean, it is. You know, their laws are really strict over there. Three offenders convicted by Taylor Nicole, fatal beating, but two are in, in, acquitted of civil rights charges. Three former ma- officers were convicted Thursday, charge of witnessing and tampering in the 2023 fatal beating of Tyra Nicole, and two were acquitted of a federal civil rights violation in the death of Spank national protest called Bread Change in Policies. Wow. After nearly a month long, the trial in a jury was found timorous being of Demetra Hallie and Justin Smith guilty of witness tampering. Wow. Holly was acquitted of violating Nicole's civil rights because the death, but convicted of the lesser charge of violating the civil rights, causing bodily injury, and Bean and Smith were acquitted of all civil right charges. This is a breaking news update by AP. Earlier story found below that the future of these former MEM has officers charged with violating Tyler Nicole's civil rights. Jurors began their deliberation on Thursday, which is today, after prosecutors and defense attorneys present closing arguments in a trial on Tadros being Demetrius Healy and Justin Smith. They were among 5 officers who were fired from Matapi Police Department after the January 7th, 2003 beating. Prosecutors Catherine Gibbons told the jurors that the officers want to push Nicole for running traffic stops, and that they thought that they could get away with it. Prosecutors argued the beating reflected on common police practice that officers refer as the street tax of run tax. They wanted it to be a beatdown, but Gilbert said that what it was. Defense lawyers, such as to downplay their client's involvement. Bean's attorney, John Keithan, Perry told the jurors that Nicole ignored comments such as giving me your hand and said this client is following the apartment policies. The force was not excessive, Perry said. Throughout the trial, the jurors repeatedly watched the clip of graphic and police video of the beating at the traffic stop that preceded. The video shows officers are using pepper spray and tasers on Nicole, who who was black before the 29-year-old ran away. That 5 officers who also are black, and the punch, kick, and hit him about the black from his home as the calls out for his mother. As they held Nicole, officer said, hit him and beat that man. Prosecutors Forrest Christian said during the closing arguments they was not fighting. This was just a beating. Christians said. Nicole died 3 days later. An autopsy report shows that Nicole, the father of the boy who is now 7, died from blows to the head, and reports that describes brain injuries and and cut and bruises on his head and elsewhere of his body. 2 of the officers, Emmett Martin and Desmond Miller Jr., pleaded guilty to depriving Nicole of his civil rights and testifying for prosecution. Holly Bean Smith pleaded not guilty to federal court charges for executive force, exec, excessive force, failure to intervene, and obstruction of justice through witnesses and tampering. Defense lawyers, such as to portray Martin as a predictable aggressor, that also, such as with evidence that Nicole may have been on drugs or something. Christian calls a shameful autopsy report showing only lower amounts of alcohol and marijuana in his system. The five officers were part of the uh, scrap Scorpion Unit, which looks for drug, legal, guns, and violence offenders. It was disbanded after Nicole's death. After beating of this officer did not tell the medical personnel on the scene or at the hospital that they had pushed and kicked Nicole in the head. Witnesses say they also failed to tell their superior on the scene and write an inquiry form about the amount of force they used. For prosecutors and argued, yeah. So yeah, I mean, it this is crazy, man. I'm telling you. I mean, how could these people go around? How could officers, man? I'm telling you. I mean, it's some of these people are racist, man. I'm telling you. You go up and blatant, especially when you have black officers, man. I'm telling you. I mean, you violate people's rights. Okay, people just violate people's rights for what? You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, people should need not to violate people's rights. You know what I'm saying? If you did something wrong, you deserve to get arrested. Okay. So, I mean, if you did something wrong, yeah, okay. So you deserve to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Get locked up. But you don't go around kicking and punching and pepper spraying and this and that. You know what I'm saying? So you violate people's civil rights. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, you don't go out there and do that to people, man. I'm telling you, you don't go out there and violate people's civil rights. I'm saying black people's civil rights. I'm saying, you know what? Because I'm going to tell you something right now, man. Anybody that violates their rights, they're particularly racist to me. Okay, I have black grandchildren. Okay, I do. Okay, and you know something, and I also have a white grandchildren, a white one. Okay, you know, people shouldn't be racist. Against each other. You know what I'm saying? Not even police officers. Okay, they shouldn't be racist. Okay, against each other because you know something. If you're gonna go out there, you're gonna be racist and start using pepper spray, kicking people, punching people, man. You deserve to go in jail. Okay, you do deserve it. Okay, you deserve to get locked up. But with that being said, but I'm going to get back to what I was talking about. I have a few more minutes into my time on Fall River Media News. I'm going to give you some more information about Fall River Media News. Okay, Fall River Media News. We talk about things. Okay, things that happen in the community, things that happen. Um, out everywhere on the bus, wherever you are, if you're walking, and everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Throughout this whole nation, we talk about everything. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this is just a talk show. This is not, it's just a talk show, and that's it. I mean, we talk about things. Okay, we talk about things pertaining to political. We talk everything in political. We talk everything in weather. We do the weather. I mean, that. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, this is what Fall River Media News does. So I mean, you can listen to all my clips on YouTube. I have a whole bunch of clips on YouTube. You can actually listen to that. I want to see how many people are here. Okay, so yeah, well, Hamas has been a areas preventing peace but between Israel and the Palestinians. It is sad that Jimmy Carter and Seven wrote in the books about this. Well, I mean, I'm gonna take that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna take that for now. Yes, innocent Palestinians and civilizations are being killed. Of all these, could be over it's Palestinians is giving a state of their own. Both Palestinians and Israel have inquire claims to their land. But and I'm going to say something about that. Okay, I'm going to say something about that because I was just talking about the land. I think my opinion on all this. I think they should either sell the land to the Palestinians or go halves. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, look, you know what? I'm gonna go halves. Okay, on I want to go halves on this. You know what I'm saying, you know, but if they can come into an agreement and say, hey, look, you know what, we're not gonna die over these lands. You know what I'm saying, because it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? So either you go halves with me or I sell it to you. You know what I'm saying? And then we can actually sign a peace treaty and make sure that everything is righted. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but I hope they do that. So that's my opinion with that. You know what I'm saying? And let me see here. Let's see what else he had said. He says the Lebanon is a both Muslim and Christian, and I mean people keep finding temples under the Moskwa under the churches. Well, I mean I have people that live over I know people that that friends of mine that live there. You know what I'm saying? I have Lebanese people, friends of mine that live there. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, the Lebanese is both Muslim and Christian. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, they have to. I mean, they got to get along. You know what I'm saying, and we can't keep interfering with uh, you know uh, we can't keep interfering with things. And yes, innocent Palestinians and civil rights are being killed, but all of these could be over as if Palestinians is giving a state of their own. Yeah, well, I mean, and I agree with that too. If they could get a state of their own, okay, that way they wouldn't be any more conflicts. They'd be like, okay, well, you know what? I got a state of my own. You have a state of your own. So and then I think we ought to, split them apart. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't get along. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Hamas is, it's and well, and he did mention something about the Jimmy Carter. So but I'm gonna do some search on this for 1 second here. I like to do research now because somebody told me before I talk about anything, do your research. What did Jimmy Carter do when he was president of the United States? Let's see here. All right, here we go. What did Jimmy Carter do when he was president of the United States? As a president of the United States from 1977 to 1981, Jimmy Carter is known as a several keys accomplishment and challenge during the administration. One, Camp Davis accorded in 1978. One of the Carter's most noble achievements was um, broke broke broking the peace agreement between Egypt and Israel, and the Camp Davis Accords laid the groundwork for the 1979 Egypt-Israel peace treaty, and the first peace treaty between Israel and an Arab country. To energy policies response to this energy crisis of the 1970s, Carter pushed for energy conservation and the development of renewable energy source. He established the Department of Energy in 1977 to help manage the nation energy policy. Three, human rights focused. Carter enhanced human rights in the U.S. foreign policies, advocating for the improvement of human rights conditions around the world. He was critical of authoritarian regime, even those that we are the U.S. allies for Panamcano tre- treaty treaty in 1977. Carter signed two treaties with the Panaman that would eventually transfer control over the Panama Canal from the U.S. to the Panhandle by the year of 2000, reflecting his um, approach, discipline, dis, and see, diplomacy, and international relations. Five, economic challenges. Carter focuses on significant economic difficult included the high inflations, unemployment, and the energy crisis, stagflations, and com- combinations of inflations and stagnant economic growth was the major challenge during his term. Six, the Iranian hostage crisis in 1979 and 1981. One of the defined crises of Carter's presidency was the Iranian hostage crisis, when 52 American diplomats and citizens were held hostage in the U.S. Embassy in Tehran for 444 days. Of the hostages were released shortly after Carter left office in 1981. 7. Assault 2 Treaty, 1979. Carter navigation of the Assault 2 strategic arms limitations, taking treaties with the Soviet Union, aiming the limit that the arm race during the Cold War. However, the treaty was never reunified due to tensions after the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan. 8 Soviet invasions of Afghanistan in 1979. Carter, as a foreign policy, took it harder stance against the Soviet Union. After invading Afghanistan, he responded by boycotting the 1980 Summer Olympics in Moscow and increasing military spending. While Carter activated some significant success, especially the diplomacy and human rights, as the administration was pledged plan, uh, pledger by economic trouble and the ongoing hostages crisis, which contributed to his loss to Ronald Reagan in the 1980s election. Wow, that's pretty interesting. So I mean, I was only a little kid when Carter was. I mean, I was young, man. You know, So I was like pretty young. So I mean, wow, that's pretty interesting to read. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I mean, like I said, I take care. I listen to everybody's opinions. You know what I'm saying? Hey, people need to get along with everybody, man. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Man, man, we're divided. Yeah, I mean, look at yeah, we are. We're so divided, man. I'm telling you. Even I think even in Lebanon, we're so divided. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? I'm gonna check that out right now because I'm gonna fact check that right now. So you know what I'm saying? And something. Why I'm out here, I don't want to because I don't want to get anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna fact check this right now. Um, is Lebanon divided? I got my answer. Yes, Lebanon is particularly, yeah, yes, Lebanon is particularly really and society socially divided in several ways. But the country is a home to a variety of religion groups, including Christians, Shia Muslims, and Druze, each of which held a different political power and influenced the uh, Syrian division is a reflect to Lebanon political system, which all indicates government positions based on religion identified. And, and annually, Lebanon has a fact internal tensions that external pressure, for especially due to conflict involving Hezbollah, a powerful Shiite group, and regional conflicts, and the present of Palestinians and Syria refuge and political and economic crisis in recent years have depended on division uh, with widespread protest in 2019 demanding reforms and a end of to corruption. So Lebanon is divided not just by certain lines, but also by political allies and social economic dispar- uh, disparities. It's crazy, man. Wow. Well, those words are don't know. I mean, some of those words are big. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them words are spelled. When you look up a group, okay, of Lebanon. When you look up a group like Lebanon and stuff like that, I mean, they come out with some, like Shia. You know what I'm saying? This they got some weird names, but I mean, it's all good. But again, let me see here. It's 6:43. Um, uh, I have to end this, and I'm going to end this right now. So in a little bit, and I just want to talk about a little bit more here. So, I mean, Firefighters Union is making surprise presidential endorsement announcement. So, yeah, but seniors with under 2,348 SSI get big benefits in this October. Tap the full list. Former man charged with guns and drugs offense after bar fight. Police police seeks public help. Former department officer sentenced for RAP to a minor. Good for him. He should go to jail. Former man sentenced to life Uh, Christmas. Oh, well, that was well, they brought this up. Okay. This murder happened in 2019. So, father of a man sentenced to life for Christmas Eve in 2019 murder. So they finally caught up with that. Wow. Oh shit. Other storms could slam Florida next week. National Weather Services warn. Uh, this is changing could increase monthly SSI payments by the 131 per month. Over 90,000 people confirmed Social Security. Haley signs emergency premotable for gun safety laws. Pence is per. Let me see what Pence is doing now. Oh, there's a breaking news right there. I gotta go get it. Hold on. Pence's Bureau responded to evidence about Trump legal response when he found out Pence was in danger on January 6th. Ah, my God, these people, man. Pence is at it again. Let's see here. Let me see what else is going on here. Let's see. I gotta find something else here to talk about now. I'm running out of stuff to talk about. City sets to expend 1.2 million option settlement funds. So let's see what's here. New Bedford, a long Horman support with strike with they still on a job. Oh boy, even New Bedford. New Bedford longshoremen supports wide strike, but they still on the job. Fence blames Trump immigration. Patrol boards workers spotlights following sentence ruling. Who won that VIP debate? I already said it. Know who won that? You know who won that VIP? That vice president debate. Uh, JD Vance. He won that 51%. Massachusetts man has been sentenced to 3 years in federal prison during his trafficking. Ooh. Ghost hunters, New Bedford, home and their creepy videos and pervert it. Pastor caught in the back seat with a 16-year-old boy. Oh my God. This is disgusting. Oh, Lord have mercy. Are you kidding me? Pastor caught in the back seat with a 6-year-old boy. You ought to go to jail, dude. This guy right here. And the red shorts. Unbelievable, man. Wow. This dude right here. What a pig. What the hell? A 6-year. Oh my God. Oh my God. Here it is right there. Unbelievable, man. Yeah. He was caught with a 6-year-old boy. He was caught with a 6-year-old boy. He ought to go to jail. Oh my God. Well, anyway, I'm just gonna look. I'm just gonna look around again and see and see what I can find. And if not, I'll end my show. I'll end my show still, and I'm gonna do a show every single day. I'm saying even after work. Even after work, I'm gonna do a show. So even after work. So I'm gonna look for something else. I'm gonna see what channel 10. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, good. I'm glad this showed up. Breaking union of 45,000 dock workers agrees to suspend the strike until January to provide time to navigate reports. I think they are. Let's see. Wait a minute. 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 What's going on there? Yep. So breaking union for 45,000 dock workers agrees to suspend the strike until January for provide the time to navigate reports. Say okay. So they're gonna suspend they're gonna suspend this the strike until January. So but which is good, man. Now we can get our now we can get our loads. Now we can get our loads back, into the stores. So that's good. Um, let's see if I can. Okay, yeah. So now we can get our loads back into the store. Oh God, man! One thing after another. It's crazy. I'm telling you, it is. It's nuts. You know, it's always one thing after another. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that they're gonna suspend the strike until January. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad. You know what I'm saying that they're gonna do it. So that's something that I've been looking forward for, but man, I mean, I'm glad. But thank you guys for and James, thank you for watching. Okay, you're the only person that's been watching so far. Wow. Um, you are. You're the only person that's been watching so far. So we got two of the three here watching. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you are you're right there on the list there, pal. You know. So I mean you are. Look at that. Well, yep, you are on the list. Two other people watching. You know what I'm saying? So well, I got rid of that. So but anyways, I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you. I'm surprised Scott Allen Donnelly's not on. I'm gonna message him. Uh, tell him that I got a new what do you call it? And tell him I got a new what do you call it here? Let's see. Let's see. So I have a new account. So I'm gonna give him this one. I'm gonna give him this one to listen to, and then I'm gonna also give him other things too, for him to listen to. And I'm gonna go on my other page, and I'm gonna give him my other page. So I want to thank you know everybody for watching. Thanks, James, for watching, and just hope that you know things settle down. But again, my message to uh, you know um, uh, to the Israeli. I mean, you guys got to pull out of there, okay? You know, because you guys, I mean, you guys can't keep, go take care of your own people. Leave Lebanon alone. And my message to Lebanon, um, you know, um, to the prime minister over there, you need to change your policies, and because I noticed your policies were, not, your policies are all mixed up. You got some good policies in there. I mean, you got some good laws in there, but those policies need to be changed. Okay, um, they do. Instead of men in your country, okay, instead of men in your country having rights, just just them having rights. I think the woman should have rights too in Lebanon too. You know what I'm saying? Fight for visitation rights and everything. So I think the prime minister of Lebanon should get right on top of that. So they need they need to get on they need to get on top of that. And Channel 10 just pulled up the same thing. Let's see here. Union dock workers are using Moss time last agreement to intensive deals on new contract. Okay, well, but they're gonna suspend the what do you call it? So you don't have to worry about that anymore. So that's done. So that was a breaking right there. So, but anyways, take care, everybody. Have a great night. I have to basically get up for work in the morning. If you guys got any good stories you wanna share, go to Fall River Media News. I have a lot of channels up there. I also have the David Mead Show up there, but I prefer you to leave. I prefer you to leave to message on the Fall River Media page, on the Fall River Media News on YouTube, or you can go to my page. It says David Mead on it, but it also says Fall River Media News on the bottom of it. So I will show you the page. So that way you guys don't. A second here. What do you call let's see. I gotta. Oh, there it is, right there. So if you guys want to go to that page, hey, you go to that. Well, I mean, you can go to David Mead. I have 33 friends, 19 multiple forward media news. That's my new page. You'll see it. Yeah, you see it. I have you see it. I have Ron Cabral on one side and me on the other side, and my American flag. So, if you want, you can actually go to that page, and because that's my new one, so you can actually go to that page. But it is the Fall River Media News page. So take care, everybody. Have a great night. I will see you around. I'll be on tomorrow night. I'm saying too. So I'm gonna do my shows every day because something. Every day after work. So that way I could get it out there too. So all right. Let me see here. So going to take another capture of this thing, and put it up there. So I got it. So that way, people. So that way people will know. So, but if you have any, but if you have any good stories you want to tell, contact Forward River Media News. You can send me an email, davidmead at 95 at yahoo.com, or you can message me on Facebook on my messenger. You know what I'm saying, and let me know. I mean, either way, okay. So if you have any good ideas for Fall River, anything you wanna actually talk about, contact me, and we will go live, and we will go. I'll put you on live on my phone, and we will talk about any issues that you want to talk about. If you want to talk about the weather, we'll talk about the weather. If you want to talk about the football game, baseball game, hockey game, we can talk about that. I'm not a fan of. I love hockey. I love the Bruins, but I mean, but the only games I would talk about maybe would be the Patriots, the Chicago, maybe Patriots, and and a football games. You know what I'm saying, so I mean, like I'll talk about the Red Sox, and how many innings that they got. So, but I'm going to give you the weather for tonight, and let's see, Siri, what is the weather for tonight?
You'll need to turn on location services. Looks like it will be cloudy today.
70.
Daytime
The
temperatures
weather
around
tonight is 71,
71 degrees.
49, mostly
Overnight
cloudy
lows
tonight.
around 49.
So it's 71, 49 tonight. So it's going to be cloudy tonight, and I will and when I leave the house tomorrow morning, I will gather the weather, and I will go on live when I'm outside and give you the weather. Take care, everybody. This is Dave Mead, Forward Media News. Um, we always come with breaking news updates on what's going on in politics all around the world, even city politics, state and federal, and everything. So take care, everybody, and have a great night.